the sun starts to rise. So mama, don't stress your mind. So mama, don't stress your mind.
Hey guys, what's going on? Thank you for tuning into my channel. It's your girl Nesha, and I'm back with another video, y'all. So today's video is my review recap of Love and Hip Hop Hollywood Season 5, Episode 12. Alright, we started off in London, but wasn't much going on in that scene. Just Moniece walking around the house all pissed off because people eating her snacks and she can't talk to her son. Now, the reason why she can't talk to her son is because she thinks that Lil Fizz, that's what I'm calling him, okay? That's his name. So she thinks that Lil Fizz is not allowing him to call her. You know, she did buy him a phone, but then he's not answering the phone, and Fizz is not getting him on the phone. So she's very annoyed and pissed off. Honestly, girl, just enjoy your time. As a mother, you hardly get it any dang way. So just enjoy your time away in London, away from your baby boy, and then when you go home, you'll get to see him. So that's all that goes on in this scene, y'all. So the next scene is Apple Watts. She meets up with her dad, and they are meeting up at a church, okay? Now, I just thought it was a weird place to meet up at. I get it, you know, we all need the Lord, but I just thought it was a weird place to meet up at, especially talking about contracts and music and personal business, you know what I mean? I just felt like it was a little odd place, you know, a place where you should be quiet, praying, and stuff like that. You're talking about contracts, music, and going to jail. You know what I mean? I just thought it was odd and very rude because everybody else is in there quiet and praying and, you know, becoming one with God. But let's get back into it. So it took her a while to find something because she is a stripper, and she says that her clothes, you know, she just don't dress like that all the time. It's been forever since she's been to church, okay? So then they're talking about the music. She talks about the contract that she has to go. I think she was saying she was going to go review the contract and signed it with Sean Love or something like that. But the contract was brought up, and so the father is like, well, you know, let me look over it for you. I want the best for you. Let me just make sure you're not getting screwed. And then Apple Watts is like, nah, Papa Watts, I want to be able to do all this on my own. Plus, you new here. You can't just come in telling me what needs to happen. How about you mind your business? And honestly, y'all, I feel like he needs to review it because she may not be so business savvy. Okay, so I really feel like she needs to let her dad just review it. Somebody with a little bit more knowledge than she has, because people will F you out here in this entertainment business, okay? And then she also tells us about her having to go to jail for a DUI. Now, she was supposed to go for 3 days. She skipped that. And so now they're trying to put her in there for a month away from her kids. And the first thing I thought about, well, who the hell gonna watch your kids? Because you got two. And there is the godmother that's there. I guess that's going to be the person to watch your kid. But it's just crazy, you know. I just felt like she needed to go do that 3 days when she was supposed to do that 3 days. But she said she was getting money trying to take care of her kids. So then he tells her, he's like, well, let me at least read a verse to you. Come up here with that and let me read you a verse. She's like, no. And then she leaves. Honestly, I just feel like, you know, she says this is her allowing him into her life, and, you know, he's trying to extend the olive branch to her and just trying to work things out. She says this is her trying, so at least she came to the church. Even though I felt like it wasn't the right place to have the conversations that they were having, you know, at least she came and at least she allowed him to, you know, say what he's saying, even though she's still a little bit distant and she's still not allowing him to be a father. I really felt like, though, when he said, let me review the contract, I really feel like he should, because not that I think that Sean Love would just go in and just try to take her for everything she got. I just feel like she's a hustler, and that contract is probably going to favor her more than it would Apple Watch. You know what I mean? So I felt like he should have reviewed it, but whatever, she didn't want him to. So now we're at Bridget's photo shoot in London, and she decided to bring Brooke and Moniece along with her. You know, so she's over there shooting or whatever, and then Moniece walks up and Brooke pulls Moniece to the side and she talks to her, and she just tells her, you know, I feel like your energy is off. You haven't really talked to me ever since the studio situation was going on. And so then Moniece tells her, well, the problem that I felt like you were being shady when you were in the studio. You know, you made it seem like you were looking out for me and trying to help me with my vocals or whatever, but then it just seemed very shady. And honestly, I agree, Moniece, because as soon as you left, she hopped right in that studio. That was shady. I felt like anything to keep the attention on Brooke, is what Brooke is going to do, and that's what she did. And then Rockstar is an attention whore just as well as Brooke is, so that's just what they're going to do. But then Brooke tells her, you know what, I felt like you were faking the whole panic attack that you did. I think that was all made up. I think it was BS. I think you did that because your vocals were off and you knew you could not perform. And I was like, well, you know what? Brooke is a lot of things, but at least her ass and told her exactly how she felt. So Moniece heard it coming straight from the horse's mouth, and she did not have to get it from anywhere else. You know what I mean? She told you she thought you was whack and she thought you faked it. And she even admitted to getting into the studio and doing her song. She said, I stole your song. So, and you know, just for me though, the whole scene was, it was good because, you know, there's a woman telling another woman how she really feels, and then the other woman had the opportunity to respond. And so Moniece responded decent. I was like, okay, I feel like you wanted the song anyway. I think it was better for you anyway. You know what I mean? So at least they had an opportunity to talk it out.
Yes, you can perform on her spot because I'm not having no funky fish on my stage.
So now, Jay Will is meeting up with Misster Ray, and so I guess they're discussing him being the actor, whatever. And he complains that, Misster Ray is complaining that LaBrittany did not show up. But then again, remember, Jay Will knows that LaBrittany wasn't going to show up because she told him she wasn't going to show up when they got into that little argument. But what I did not like is how Jay Will immediately started talking about her performance and talking about her odor and all this stuff. I'm like, seriously? That pisses me off because you low down and dirty for that. Honestly and truthfully, you the one got that girl there to do the audition, and she did it. And just because she did better than you does not mean that she was trying to gun for your spot. It just means you did not perform the way you were supposed to. They asked for Kandie and you bring in Jay Will, and you wonder why they did not want you at first. But you end up being the last resort because LaBrittany did not show up. So really, how does that make you feel? You know what I mean? I'm like, why are you here talking about this girl odor? Well, nothing wrong with this girl's odor when you were trying to get her on the show, and when you were talking to her and y'all doing little rooftop videos and shit. Alright guys, so now we're back in London, and Paris is yelling at Moniece because she done got so litty that she wants Moniece to call K. Michelle and tell K. Michelle, look, I'm not a thief and all of this. I guess she's trying to clear the air. You know, they say alcohol makes people tell the truth. It's a truth serum, okay? And honestly though, I understand Paris's point of view. If Paris indeed did not do it with ill intent and she did have permission, she wants her to clear the air because I'm not a thief. You can stop bags by telling people I'm a thief because I won't be able to secure any other gigs. I get that. But if it is true, Paris, take that L. You did what you did. The only thing you can do is admit to it and pay the girl back. You know what I mean? So anyway, so that happens. They have a sit down, and apparently Moniece is supposed to clear the air with TT because Moniece says, you know, me and Brooke, we done cleared the air. We're good now. Now, TT, what's you and our issue? And then TT, y'all, so she starts getting upset with Moniece behind something that K. Michelle is doing. Apparently, K. Michelle was on live with Akbar, and Moniece feels, or Teairra feels away, and so she feels like Moniece needs to get her friend. See, this is the complicated situation when you are the friend amongst two people that can't stand each other. It is a difficult situation to be in. But honestly and truthfully, Moniece is saying, look, I can't control what no grown woman does. I don't know what she do. She don't call me before she reach out to people. I'm not her keeper. You know what I mean? So your issue is not with me, it's with her. And then TT seems so pissed off and so just irate at the fact that Akbar is talking to Kimberly and they could be talking about me and stuff like that. I'm like, girl, why are you so pressed? You're not even trying to talk to the man. You suing him, remember? So why are you so upset that he's talking to whoever he talked to? Actually, you thinking that Moniece is going back and telling Kimberly your business, but boo, Akbar is the one telling anybody who cares to listen your business. So for you to get so pissed off at Moniece it did not, like, it tripped me out. And then Paris was like, I guess they both decided that, you know what I mean? You're not for me. Okay, you're not for me either. Then if that's what's going to be, Moniece was like, okay, cool. We don't have to be cool no more. Okay, you do you. This will be it. I thought we were done. Then Teairra acted like a bitter bitch that she is. Like she just can't. Because Paris was like, okay, I guess this is a breakup, right? But no, Teairra just couldn't allow it to just be a breakup. Okay? So then she goes and she starts trying to talk about Moniece. And I'm like, girl, chill. Moniece did not do anything wrong. Yes, we don't know what the private conversations are like, but think about it. He's the one talking to every damn body. You should be pissed off with him, not everybody else. And K. Michelle has no loyalty to you. So if she decided to talk to him, then that's her business, and she can talk to whoever the hell she wants to talk to. You the bitter ex. Yeah, this whole revenge thing happened, and I honestly felt like you had something to do with it. But for you to keep trying to control who this man is talking to and what he's doing just does not make any sense to me. And you allowing this situation to be what breaks you and Moniece up, and then tell her she shouldn't have been there ever since the intervention. She should have just been out of your life. And I'm like, well, damn, that's fucked up, because when you were down and out, that girl was there for you. Okay, guys, so the next thing we're going to talk about is at this restaurant with Papa Watts and Sean Love. And y'all, remember Papa Watts said he was going to take it into his own hands to talk to Sean Love to see what this whole contract is about, to see how she's going to be managing his daughter. His point of view is, I want the best for my daughter. Sean's point of view is, you trying to get something. Because I recognize bull crap when I see it. You're not just trying to get in here and be concerned. You actually trying to get in here and probably get some coin. That's what you're doing. Because now all of a sudden you wasn't in her life and you come in her life trying to control some stuff. Here's my stance on it. This is what I feel. You know, I would prefer somebody to come into my life and to, if they have more knowledge, i.e. with contracts, management, business, and then they're my family, like, I would like for someone to come in to help me, to kind of guide and mentor me with that. Because in this business, you can sign your life away and you wouldn't even know it, because you did not have the correct knowledge needed to read those contracts and stuff like that. So I would appreciate the help. My issue is it because he really loves her, he's trying to see the best for her, or is he doing what Sean Love says and just trying to see what he can get out of the deal? So now I'm just still trying to figure out exactly how this is going. I'm trying to look at it positively right now, but I don't know exactly how it's going. So y'all comment down below if y'all feel the same way I do. It's like, I just don't know. I guess he's new here and he probably doing a little bit too much, but then a part of me is like, well, maybe he needs to do that, because what if she signs over to some bull crap? You know, Sean Love is a hustler, okay? So what I did not like is they're doing a little tit for tat, right? And then he says, well, I need to know, what are you doing for her? And then she says, what are you doing for her? And I'm like, okay. Part of me at first was like, wait, do you mean like as a father, what is he doing for her? Wait, you didn't overstep your boundaries. But that could be both ways. I could have interpreted a little bit wrong, okay? And so then I feel like, though, he can ask what's going on with his daughter. It's just a complicated thing, because you know, your girl Apple Watts keep pushing him away and he's trying to be there for her. So it's just a whole complicated situation. But what I did not like was when he said he did not know if he was really her father. Boo, this is personal business. This is family matters. For you to say that to the manager, I said, well, damn, did you even tell Apple Watts that you don't feel like you her father for that? But I said, you know what, he was wrong for that, and I feel like Apple Watts gonna go left on his ass. Why would you tell the manager that you really didn't feel like that was your daughter in the first place? That's very sloppy. But it introduces another aspect to his storyline that we're just gonna have to unfold as time goes by. Okay, Brooke meets up with Akbar, because we're back in Hollywood. Brooke meets up with Akbar, and her whole thing is to get to the bottom of everything that's going on. She wants receipts. She wants to know what's going on with Akbar and Teairra, because something just ain't adding up. He has receipts. He says that, you know what I mean, right after was it right after the press conference or right before the press conference, that she flew to Dallas to be with him. She been calling him, talking to him. She telling him that she loves him and all this stuff. And I'm like, well, damn, Akbar, this girl really is. The problem is she wants him to be exclusive. Like, she wants him to drop all the other women, and he say he ain't doing that. But this girl is thirsty as hell for a man's attention, Teairra. Like, chill. But I can understand that. She crazy as hell. Even back when I did a review, not even a review, but I did like a little video on her and her situation, how she's over there knocking at his door and he's telling her to leave and all this. But what I didn't appreciate was Brooke walking up there with that short ass skirt on. I said, girl, are you not engaged to be married. Why are you meeting up with Akbar, the man that is known for loving women and getting them into this little cult thing that he got going on? Why would you walk up to him with that little bitty ass skirt on and he's still hitting on you? And then you tell him that you looked at the sex tape several times. And he said, well, you know what? It looked better in person. So then she says, well, dang, she done got Lisa Bloom in this. And he was like, who doesn't get Lisa Bloom? Yes, indeed, Akbar. Who the hell doesn't? Lisa Bloom is like literally on everybody's speed dial trying to expose somebody. So I really don't call that, I don't call that a big step. You know, anybody, hell, I can call Lisa Bloom up and Lisa Bloom take the damn case. I make some shit up. You know what I mean? So that doesn't mean anything to her that she got Lisa Bloom. The problem is that you're trying to ruin somebody's life over a man that you still want. That's the problem. So Paris is meeting up with Amara Lanegra. I think that's her name. She's meeting up with her. They're doing a little scene or whatever. I don't really know much about this movie just yet, but they brush over the topic of what has Paris been up to. And then Paris says, you know what, she got this movie. But, you know, she had a really huge client, K. Michelle, but then when K. Michelle started calling her a thief, you know, kind of like slow down bags or whatever. But Amada feels like they should have the conversation and try to, I guess, squash it and get down to the bottom of whatever the issue is. I agree with that. But the thing is, earlier in the season, they had a conversation and I think that they were good. So I don't understand why it's still lingering on. It's like either pay the girl back the money, K. Michelle, you accept it, or just squash it and be done with the conversation. K. Michelle, Brooke, and Moniece. They meet up, they're having dinner. K. Michelle and Moniece get on the topic of Paris and saying how Paris in London was, you know, saying, call up K. Michelle and all this. I want to tell her I'm not a thief and all that mess. And so K. Michelle says it's not about the dollar amount, it's about the principle. You went into my account and you took something that I did not give you permission to do right before you did that. That is stealing, and as a friend, you should not do that, especially to a person that will give you whatever the hell you wanted. I agree with K. Michelle. I don't give a damn if it was $10 or if it was $2,000. You don't go into my account taking something if I did not tell you to do that. Paris' stance on this is that you have given me permission to use Uber in the past. But K. Michelle is like, but I did not give you permission to use Uber at that particular time or whatever. So that's all the messiness that's going on. Brooke walks up and Brooke tells us about these whole receipts. She shows plane tickets, she shows text messages, I believe, and even video. It was a video of Teairra and Akbar. He's kissing her while she's going back to the plane to get back to Hollywood so that they could leave to London. So right before the trip, you were meeting up with this dude. How can we take you freaking serious? That's a damn me too. So they leave this conversation thinking that TT is still definitely in love with Akbar, and that's just what it is. And I agree, she is. She wouldn't be still with the dude. She trying to make him exclusive. Girl, there are other men out here that you can talk to. You're a beautiful girl, so why are you following behind this nigga? I just don't even understand. Misster Ray's event, and we're remember Jay Will's gonna perform because LaBrittany is not. You know, she left and went to London, but they got into it. So LaBrittany said she don't need that chump change. She was gonna go ahead and do her own thing anyway. Now, again, y'all know how I feel. I do not like the fact that he keeps trying to talk about this girl, saying that she had older and all of this. I don't like that. That's very catty, and he wrong for that, especially because you are the reason why she even auditioned in the first place. She got the part. How can you get pissed off at her because she got the part when you could have got it had you went there and gave them who they wanted? They wanted Kandie, not Jay Will, and the fight the power shit. So how can you get upset with them because they did not choose you? I didn't understand that. But anyway, you're the last resort, so you're here and you're performing as Kandie. But what I did not like was when he got on there and after he did his little performance, he calls out Misster Ray and says that Misster Ray didn't allow him to be free, and this is supposed to be like a free, it's supposed to be about freedom, but you didn't allow me to be free and be Jay Will. You wanted me to be somebody else. So, and honestly, I felt like that was tacky as hell. That conversation was private that you and him had. It should have stayed behind closed doors, and this is why you're gonna shorten any freaking opportunities that you will have in Hollywood. This is why you're gonna short nose, because of what you're doing. You don't do shit like that. You agreed to go ahead and do the performance, then you should have just done the performance. For you to sit there and on stage and turn everybody him, doing shit like that, that's why you're not gonna make it far, J. Will. That's why. When you should have just did the performance, voice how you felt behind closed doors, and just let it be that. You know what I mean? So, whatever. I just felt like it was tagged. And then J. Will's whole issue is that he wants to be free, right? But think about it. You created Kandie because people did not accept J. Will. Okay? You created his alter ego because they didn't accept you as you. You are the issue. If you really believe in this whole being free and stuff like that, you would have just stayed J. Will. You would not have created Kandie. To my understanding, you created Kandie because people didn't really accept J. Will. So how can you get upset with them for wanting who the hell they have become accustomed to? That didn't make any sense to me. And this is a pride event, but you yourself created created this alter ego so that way you can be accepted by people. And when they accept you as the person that you created, and that person only, now all of a sudden you have a problem and you want to blame it on Misster Ray. It has nothing to do with him, it's you. You need to decide who the hell you want to be today and be that person. Don't be going around trying to be this person on this scene and this person on that. That's just confusing as hell. Be one person. I can't keep up with two.
Son, I don't want to see.
I'm tired of you, bitch. You gonna do me like that? You got me up. You are a thief. I still you. You a lying bitch. I loved you at one point. You don't
Look at this! Look at this!
Look at your life!
Look at this!
You can't get hospital visits, baby!
Go ahead and go use another credit card!
Movies, baby! You fake ass Keisha Cole! When you go platinum, holler at me, okay?
Alright guys, so now we're at the scene that everybody has been waiting for, honey, where K. Michelle is dashed with a liquid in her face. And she didn't go after that hoe. Okay, listen. So this scene starts off pretty cool. Paris walks in. She's like, hey, sis, you know what I mean? And then K. Michelle's like, hey, girl, what's going on? And she said, you know, I've been working and all this stuff. So it starts off real good, okay? Then we get on the topic of Moniece saying that, that Paris tried to call K. Michelle. And so this is what leads up to the dash in the face. Now, Paris starts getting a little irate and disrespectful by saying, you know, but it was just this. It was just this. Here's the point. You disrespected your relationship and you're getting big mad for what reason? The bottom line is you took something that did not belong to you, and she is telling people that you took something that did not belong to you. Granted, maybe she shouldn't have told everybody. You know, maybe it should have stayed between y'all. But here's the thing. You didn't give a damn when you did it. So why should she give a damn when she says it? So Paris is still stuck on the fact that it was $50. And then K. Michelle says no. She said it was $300, you know, and she has receipts. So they get to going back and forth. So basically they just did a whole bunch of back and forth, y'all. It was just too much to keep up with. I'm over here looking at this one, looking at this one, looking at this one. And then we get to the point where she starts offering the money back to K. Michelle. This is what I don't like. When a person has a complaint, and then I, as the person that you had the complaint with, say, okay, well, let's fix it. You know what I mean? Your issue is that I owe you money or whatever. Okay, so how much do I owe you? You took $300. Okay, here's your $300. And you still, it's not even about the money. Okay, then you a little bit cuckoo then, K. Michelle. I get what you're saying, that she should not have taken the money. I really do. And I'm very conflicted in this situation because I understand both parts. You know, I get what you're saying. But if she's offering, at least let that be part of the story too. Well, she at least offered the money back, but I still feel like it was effed up. Not, nah, I don't want the money. And then every time you see somebody else, yeah, she took all this money. But you failed to tell that she even offered you the money back. So I was like, okay, so y'all are both very hurt. Y'all clearly miss each other, but y'all just can't get past this one particular part. At least I see that she offered you the money back, K. Michelle. I remember K. Michelle did an interview and she said that you know, her and Paris are not talking. Like, definitely they're done. And I feel like this is crazy. Yeah, Paris shouldn't have got up and dashed you and called you a fake Keisha Cole. That was a low blow, you know, but she offered you the money back and you did not take it. So she tried to rectify the situation. You didn't allow her. Why are we still having this animosity? You know, I'm conflicted, y'all. She shouldn't have took it in the first place, but she offered to give you the money back to rectify the situation, and you still don't want that because it's the principle. But then she's trying to fix it. So, I don't know. I just don't know, y'all. Like, it's just all over the place. You know, she shows us DMs where she actually tried to reach out to her. K. Michelle does not want to take the money because she still is playing on the fact that it's principle. But then again, yeah, it's principle, but she's trying to fix this. As family, she's trying to fix it because you were her biggest client. She does feel bad about what she did. She's trying to fix it. Anyway, guys, that's all I have for this review. Go ahead and get to the comments down below. Let me know what you thought about it. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe with the bell so you're notified every time that I release. And until next time, bye.
Yeah, low key and maybe high key. I been peeped that you like.